Last time on Final Fantasy 15, 16, we had a time skip, and we explored the new Hideaway after rescuing some branded. This time we're continuing with the story and seeing what has happened.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the
Well,
same of you,
thank you.
Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor?
Would you like a
Could it
fifth
be that
attempt?
you've come for one of my
We
lessons?
could arrange that.
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm?
Yes,
To
please.
absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question
Equally as an
is,
outlaw.
how did we get here?
Technically, it's true. And now, last time on Final Fantasy 16, shit happened.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But
Well,
Odin
that
would
Blight
sooner pawn his
is a
sword than
lot.
Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is
With
no
a
better
giant
place to
chasm
stage an
there.
army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
So the world is doomed, we're all going to
The
war.
Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of
Wait,
blood
that's a
is
nation
spilled?
all the way over there on that little island? Okay. That
You were
blight
born
has
in
spread real
Twinside.
far, though.
Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
What errand is that,
Even.
Vivian?
Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was...
Oh, okay, that's easy enough.
adequate.
I wanted to find old terms anyway.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Because I want to go to the shelves and update him on our tales. But it was blocked off last time.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
Oh yeah, that's right. For those who didn't catch the last slot, we're now known as Sid. This is quite a large area compared to what you had before. Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material of both passing hardness and luster, and is these two qualities which is valued by the weapon and armor smiths of the realm. However, there is a third quality of mithril that sets it apart from steel or shell, its durance. Even while the fine steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid climes, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is, once made, eternally unchanging. In this volume, I'll explain how one might go about making, shaping, and employing mithril in one's work.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
That is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine.
No, you hadn't. You don't
Welcome
forget
home,
anything.
Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On gods and men. Heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Anaximander of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling valid states to diverse religious history.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts.
That's
That
unfortunate about the words.
I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please,
It's okay, you can only do what you can
Apologize.
do, mate.
I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind.
Where are we
There
looking in the
not
north?
many
In
this
Rosario?
world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
There's one here in the Hideaway.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them.
Looking at their age, they were probably like
Titan took much from us that night. From some more
5
than
or
others,
6 at
and
most.
the wounds that remain. They are not
When the old
Which is why
Hideaway
we
was
must give
destroyed.
them all the time they need.
that we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
About that,
How good it is
would you
to
like
see
to
you,
hear
Clive.
about some
I
stories?
don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Damn.
If you have a question for me, I should
Not
be
enough
happy
to
to
get
answer it.
to 4. Persons of interest. Let's see if there is one on Tet. And if they will have information for me. There is. Tet, one of a pair of young twins, Foley Satasu. The parents were both bearers. Tet was spared that burden, alas, he was not spared the tragedy of losing both his mother and father when Sid's Hideaway was laid low. It does not give me their age, unfortunate. Whereas Crow was born a bearer. But she was born into the Hideaway and therefore lacks the persecution.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Which is nice. It does make me wonder how old they actually are, though.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's problems.
Yeah,
Looks
only
good,
Vivian's.
Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself.
I mean, you can
And it's all
still
thanks to you,
clearly
Talia.
tell that there was a
The
brand there.
scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Like, honestly, all these brands still quite visible. They're just not openly
What could
blackened
Gav have
in the
thought worthy of
air.
a letter?
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new ship is just...
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left
Yes,
it on
I
the desk.
heard. Right, that's the Wall of Memories, which you don't have any for. The The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the Hideaway. From Gav, the Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. I don't get that phrase. Bear with me, I want to know what this means. It is directly a line of this, and they are saying they also don't get what it would mean. But they think it would be something like, I'll make sure you'll be safe or you'll be protected when I get back. Which, okay. You can try, Gav, but I don't think you stand much chance against
to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
What are you doing, Clive? What harebrained scheme do you have?
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the Hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Yeah, yourself.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
I wouldn't say it's his body, I'd say it's his
Every
mind.
burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
But see, Clive feels
Trying
burdened
to
because
forget.
Sid died because he wasn't strong.
We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste.
So they realize it was
such a
Joshua.
precious
They
gift.
know that. Okay. But what exactly is Joshua doing now?
It was there. It wasn't an illusion.
Oh, okay. They just
Heard
know
him
because
call
of
out
that. Yeah.
To Ultima.
Phoenix Feather is kind of obvious and unique after all.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Resolve
A
met.
world without mother crystals. To Sid.
You know, getting rid of crystals in a Final Fantasy game usually doesn't end well. You sure about this? Seems like a bad idea. Especially because last time you did so, Ultima almost got him. Hey, Joshua, you're still alive. You didn't die from taking an Ultima.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more.
What's she gonna do about it, Joshua?
The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Who is this retainer to him? I mean, we only briefly saw the part, yeah, young Joshua and Clive, but...
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all.
Oh no, it's not like that.
Discussing strategy.
They're too innocent for
freely,
that.
Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
He's gonna go spread rumors that they were having a private time together now. As they
What
do.
would make Martha leave the rest?
Okay. Let's have a look-see. I can't get a better look at that, can I? I mean, I assume that's Mother Crystals and armies. With at least 4 of those big ones being crystals. Best way to get to the mess. Yep, okay. Come on, Clive. I know it's not going to happen because we're in a town, but run as fast as you can. Vivian.
Ah, my favorite pupil. My beloved homeland.
Crossroads of Valistea, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. This Mother Crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the Blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
At least it was.
Or at least it was until Sambrak elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon twin sides heretofore neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I loved so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon the Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious to move even for him.
One would think.
One would think my role is abundantly clear by now. I offer you and yours the guiding light of knowledge that of matters military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way towards a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, pay attention during my lectures. It would not do to appoint the storied Ninetales as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice.
I admit
when I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canberra, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils. But nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life, and we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One that is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely prove fatal. but instead I was not only saved but granted a new lease of life as personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no
A far
less.
more reputable fellowship.
A far more reputable fellowship than anything in the academic world, I assure you. And this would just be the
Allow
same
me
lecture.
to educate you.
Ah, no, this is this screen that I saw recently. By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valsea, revisit any of the Nine Towers past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationship with those individuals in Clive's orbit.
Here's the latest information I have.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in 16 that updates as you progress with the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones. So, for example, here he is as a child, where you have Jill Warwick, Torgal, and Joshua in his main protagonists. And then the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, you have Elwyn and Annabella, their parents. You have Ambrosia, his chocobo. Sir Tyler and Sir Wade, his knights in that first mission, and Rodney Murdoch, his leader. And I assume if I do that, so then we go to the Night of Flames, where the father is now deceased. Mysterious stranger is over here. There's now no relationship between these two. Believed dead is Joshua. And then we get to a few years after that in the Defile, where we now have the former Duchess, and we have Tiamat, our commanding officer, followed by all of these guys over here. It gets complicated, doesn't it? And then it gets even more complicated. Wow, okay. This is actually cool how far it goes in. I'm looking to see if eventually it will attendant to Margrace. Attendant to Joshua. Still doesn't say it, but it's just joked. I'm wondering at some point, yeah, there's where Sid died. There we go, it got bigger. But it doesn't tell us who their parents were. Okay, that's cool though.
One must understand one's place in the world.
And the situation map. You can view the overview of how past events regressed as time went on. So for example, we started here in the Roselift, and we went following Clive up to the Phoenix Gate. Meanwhile, the Ducal army proceeded that way. From there, we have the Night of Flames. The Holy Empire of Sambrecht came in. Holy Empire of Sambrecht came in and took over Roselift. The Iron Kingdom also came in from the other direction. Meanwhile, the Holy Empire of Sambrecht started attacking the Dominican Republic, and the Iron Kingdom also attacked them from the other side. There's a lot here. Us heading back to Phoenix Gate, Roselift army coming into Eastpool, us taking out the Drake's Head, and then almost where we are now is where we went from the old Hideaway to the new Hideaway. Then went to Costness, and the Demekian Republic sent their men to fight us, and we're back at the start.
Very good.
Ooh, that's actually quite a lot.
If you need volunteers, just say the word. My dad
That's actually a really cool feature that lets you get a good overview of when things happen and where. But that's where we're going to wrap up for now. Next time on Final Fantasy 16, we're going to talk to Otto and find out what's happening with Martha. Probably go rescue her. See you then.